Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to talk how to use peptides correctly. Now, whether you're new to peptides and want to know how to layer them in an existing skincare routine, or maybe you're an experienced peptide user, but you want a sense check to make sure that you're doing everything correctly to get maximum benefit from whatever peptide product you've chosen, hopefully this is the video for you. The reason I wanted to take it back to basics with peptides is recently I uploaded a video ranking some of the most popular peptide serums. I'm going to leave a link to that video up there, which did ridiculously well, and a lot of you guys said, okay, I'm sold on peptides, but I have heard they're really difficult to layer and incorporate. Well, I'm here to tell you, this is just not the case, and with these skincare hints, tips and hacks, hopefully it'll make smooth sailing of your peptide journey. I want you to sit back, relax as we talk how to use peptides correctly. Now, before we get into this video, I'd love to know what your experience with peptides has been, so make sure you sound off in the comments section below. Are you like the ultimate fangirl like me, or did peptides just not hit the mark in your own skincare routine? I'd love to hear from you because I'm all about learning from other people's experiences. Just promise me that whilst you're down there leaving your comment, you'll also give this video a big thumbs up and a like. Honestly, I don't measure my own worth and success in life based on the number of likes that I get, but YouTube unfortunately still does. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will publish it, and honestly, I think this is a message that needs to be heard. I'd hate for people to be spending money on good peptide serums and then using them incorrectly, so I want as many people as possible to see this video just to take the mystery out of peptides. By giving this video a like, it's just one small way of helping me to achieve that, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, without further ado, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? Now, peptides are a fantastic addition to everyone's skincare routine. They can help bring back luminosity to the skin, even out our skin tone, they can boost collagen and elastin to minimize fine lines and wrinkles, and they can hydrate us to the gods. There is a peptide out there for just about everyone, but there are a few things you need to know before incorporating them into your skincare routine, and that's what I'm going to break apart in this video. So let's first start with choosing the right peptide based on your skin concerns. So not all peptide serums are created equally. Different peptides will have different benefits. Like I say, some hydrate, some boost collagen, and it's all about working out what you actually want to achieve from the product that you reach for. In that video that I referenced earlier, I broke each product down by its benefits and its outcomes, which hopefully should demystify this for you. But I want you to set your routine up for success by choosing a product that's going to deliver the outcomes that you want based on the peptides that it contains. A really good example of this is these two products. So this is the NIOD Copper Amino Isolate Serum, and this is the Matrixol 3000 by The Ordinary. Now, these are both peptide containing serums, but the NIOD one is fantastic and game-changing for anti-aging. It's the best collagen boosting peptide blend I've ever found. The Matrixol by The Ordinary, on the other hand, is the most hydrating of the peptides that I've ever used. So if you're looking for maximum hydration from your peptide serum, reach for the Matrixol. If you're looking for anti-aging prowess, reach for the NIOD. It's all about just matching the right one for your individual skin's needs and the outcomes that you want to see. And hopefully that video I referenced earlier will just demystify that and make it so simple. But don't just assume that all peptides are equal. You need to find the right one for your skin's needs. A frequent question I get is, how often should I be using my peptide serum? Well, I would recommend morning and evening. And the reason I say this is based on personal experience. I found that I got maximum benefits by using it in my morning skincare routine and then my evening one as well. Peptides are generally well tolerated by all skin types. Now, always patch test before you introduce any new product. That's like skincare 101. Quick dab of the product behind the ears, wait 24 hours and check for any redness and irritation. If there's none, you're good to go to apply it to the rest of the face. Peptides are generally well tolerated and they don't trigger a lot of sensitivity and irritation. And so I think it's absolutely fine to use them twice a day. And that for me got me the maximum benefits in the shortest possible time. So once you've chosen the peptide product that you want to use based on your skin's needs, you've then worked out how frequently you want to use it. It's now time to incorporate this fantastic peptide into your skincare routine. And I want to share with you the best ways of doing this by demystifying and taking the stress out of it. Now, peptides are pH sensitive. They're long chain amino acids, and if you expose them to a low or acidic pH environment, it breaks those chains apart, meaning that by the time they get into the skin, they're pretty useless. This won't actually damage or harm the skin, you're just losing a lot of the benefit. And if you've paid a lot for your peptide serum, you want it to be maximum performance, so you don't want it to be denatured by that acidic environment. There's a quick hack of just getting around this. So how I would piece it in a skincare routine is start with your cleanser, then follow with your exfoliator if you want to use it, and your vitamin C again if you're using it on that specific skincare routine. The exfoliator and the vitamin C are the two low pH ingredients and products that are going to sit in your skincare routine, the ones that could negatively impact the peptide. Once you've applied them, then follow in with a buffering serum. The one that I reached for is this. This is the Stress Less Serum by Geek and Gorgeous. And what buffering is it's returning the skin's pH back to its traditional state, which is around 5 or 5.5. It's at this pH that your peptides will be at maximum efficacy and there's zero risk of them being denatured. Allow your vitamin C or your exfoliator can get to work for like a minute into the skin. Once it's sunk in, apply your buffering serum and then you're free to layer the rest of your skincare afterwards without worrying about what it's doing to those peptides. There are different buffering ingredients and serums out there. This is my favourite because it calms, it soothes and it's beautifully drugstore and affordable. I've left a link to this alongside some of my other favourite buffering serums in the description box below. Choose any of those but just apply them after your low pH products such as your exfoliating acids and your vitamin C's, and that'll just take all of the stress and the mystery out of the rest of your routine. You can then layer your peptides freely and still get maximum benefit with zero denaturing. So a question I'm always asked is, how do you store your peptides? Yes, they are a little bit more sensitive and a little bit more delicate than some of the other ingredients in our skincare, but honestly it doesn't need to be complex. As with all your skincare products, I would avoid excessive heat. So if you're living in a super hot climate, maybe invest in a skincare fridge or store them in a cooler environment. But this doesn't just go for your peptides, it's for your whole skincare collection. Beyond just that, the brands should actually have this covered for you. A really good example are these two products that I held up earlier. So the Neod Copamino Isolate Serum contains peptides which are sensitive to UV light. That's why it's in a different opacity bottle to the ordinary Matrixyl, which aren't as sensitive to that UV radiation. The brands will have this covered, so if a product comes in a darker container like this one, that's just to protect it from the light, and those peptides are more susceptible to that damage. If it comes in a clear bottle, that's absolutely fine. Brands should have already done their due diligence. If you're buying from a reputable brand, they should kind of have the storage covered. Just be very mindful of the amount of heat that you're subjecting any of your skincare to, and invest in a skincare fridge if you live in a very hot climate, or just store them in a cooler room if you have the option to. Other than that, absolutely fine. Screw the tops back on after you've used them and get on and enjoy the rest of your routine. Now finally, let's talk formulation. A lot of people say, what should I be reaching for? A peptide moisturizer, serum, cleanser, which is the best? So let's talk about that now. Well, first and foremost, let's discount peptide cleansers. Cleansers should serve a purpose, cleaning our skin, getting rid of the dirt, the debris, the SPF and makeup, but I don't like to load them with active ingredients because honestly, you're leaving it on the skin 60 seconds max and then rinsing it down the sink. All that peptide goodness will be going with it, and I don't think 60 seconds is long enough in contact with the skin to really add too many benefits. Keep your cleansers simple and then invest for the rest of your skincare routine. When it comes to serums versus moisturizers, honestly, it's personal preference and there's a great one in both categories that'll suit your skincare needs. For me, I tend to reach for serums, and the main reason is I don't always use a moisturizer. I'm super oily and acne prone in my skin type. Some mornings I'll reach for the SPF that's just so hydrating I can do away with that moisturizer altogether, and some evenings I'm still super oily from the day that I don't feel I need to load the skin with extra moisture. This is the reason why I think, consistency is key, and I want to be using my peptides twice a day, every day. So I avoid peptide moisturizers because that's probably the step that I'm most likely to skip, and I never want to be without my peptide fix. That for me, serums just work better. But if you're the sort of person that would never go without your moisturizer, then absolutely get a peptide moisturizer because that could be 2 steps in one, save you having to buy a separate peptide product, and just streamline your whole skincare routine. It all comes down to personal preference, and again, I'd say just match the product that you choose to the peptides and the outcomes that you want to get. That video, like I say, linked earlier, should help you do that, but it's all about choosing the right peptides for your skin's concerns. The actual formulation doesn't matter too much, just remember consistency is key. You should start seeing results from your peptides in around 3 or 4 months. Some work quicker than others, like hydrating peptides will get to work on day 1. The collagen boosting ones take a little bit longer, but always remember, skincare is a marathon, not a sprint. Invest now for the long term, and honestly, it'll pay dividends. I feel that with peptides, that sometimes we get a bit frustrated, we lose interest if we don't get those quick wins and instant hits. Trust me, if you invest in your peptides now, your skin will be reaping the rewards in, say, 3, 4 or 5 months time. Definitely worth it. And hopefully in this video I've been able to demonstrate that peptides don't need to be complicated. With a good buffering serum and choosing the right peptide formulation for your individual skin goals, you you can get game-changing results. Like I said, would never be without my peptide serum, and through trial and error, I've really honed in on what works best for me, which I'm delighted to be able to share with you in today's video. I once again would love to know your own peptide experience, so sound off in the comment section below. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, love your skin. Take care. Bye.